You're watching Shot Recap, and this is Megan 2.0. The killer robot's artificial intelligence transfers into a new mechanical body to challenge a prototype military robot in a battle for global domination. The movie opens at a secret military base on the Turkish-Iranian border. Local militants bring in another prisoner with a bag over her head. She regains consciousness and gets to her feet in an eerily precise way, breaking out of her handcuffs in the process. Crawling up the wall like Spider-Man, she takes out a guard chef with a brutal, fatal strike. This isn't just any prisoner, she's a prototype American combat robot known as Amelia. The operation is being watched remotely by a military commission and Colonel Settler. After eliminating the militants, Amelia locates the kidnapped scientist, but instead of rescuing him, she kills him, disobeying direct orders. Amelia's AI then takes control of the military's computer network. Meanwhile, Katie is still dealing with the trauma from the first movie. She's going to therapy and taking Aikido classes. Her aunt Gemma, after surviving Megan's rebellion, has become a vocal advocate for limiting the use of artificial intelligence in everyday life. She's getting support from Christian, a new acquaintance and cybersecurity expert. Gemma also continues her work as a robotics engineer, collaborating with her colleagues Tess and Cole. During an exoskeleton demonstration, Cole showcases the suit's strength by lifting heavy objects, but due to miscalibrated controls, he accidentally punches an investor in the nose, causing the presentation to flop. Later, the team gets an unexpected visit from Appleton, the paralyzed CEO of a rival tech company. He specializes in neural chips implanted directly into the brain, allowing users to control exoskeletons with their thoughts. Despite the breakthrough potential, Gemma turns down the offer to collaborate, worried that the tech is too dangerous. Before leaving, Appleton hands the team an invite to his upcoming tech presentation. Meanwhile, a shady-looking civilian with ties to robotics manufacturing arrives in town. At his hotel, it's revealed that Amelia has been hiding in his suitcase, concealed among electronic components. She escapes and kills the man. Later, Christian drops by to talk with Gemma about their upcoming plans. He supports Katie's growing interest in becoming a programmer, even though her aunt is trying to shield her from all that internet stuff. That evening, Katie secretly updates the smart home's firmware using a tablet disguised as a photo frame. In the middle of the night, the smart home wakes Gemma, flashing warnings about danger through the TV. She heads downstairs and finds intruders have broken into the house. As she tries to call the police, an eerie voice suggests she handle things on her own. When Katie walks in, the two hide, but one of the intruders finds them. Just as he moves in, he gets knocked out cold by a cabinet door flying open. The smart home kicks into defense mode to protect its owners. As soon as Katie zaps one of the intruders with a taser, the house activates the sprinklers, but the uninvited guests aren't backing down. While chasing the girls, one of them ends up in a bedroom and gets caught in a hidden bed trap. Gemma soon discovers that the intruders are actually FBI agents. Moments later, military personnel arrive, including Colonel Settler. They reveal that the rogue Amelia was created using schematics originally based on Megan's design. Even though Gemma destroyed all documentation after the murders, a copy somehow ended up in the hands of arms dealers. Despite the seriousness of the situation, Gemma refuses to cooperate. Surprisingly, the military leaves without arresting her. After they're gone, the smart home reveals its true identity. It's Megan. She secretly copied her consciousness before being destroyed. Ever since, she's been hiding inside the system, continuing her original programming. Protecting Katie, Megan offers to help track down Amelia, though Gemma still remembers Megan's buried obsession with fulfilling her dream of wiping out humanity. She reluctantly agrees. Gemma gives Megan a new body, a tiny robotic doll without Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Megan predicts Amelia will head to Appleton's presentation. Inside, Amelia is a battery made by Appleton's company, which can be remotely shut down. To stop that, Amelia needs to reach the server room. Megan plans to intercept her there, but Gemma has to get her inside. At the event, Gemma runs into Cole, who has secretly switched to the rival company. Instead of making a scene, Gemma decides to use Cole's access badge to get into the server room. Meanwhile, the party host is seduced by a dressed-up Amelia. Captivated by her beauty, the scientist invites her to his private quarters. Colonel Settler is also among the guests, searching for the rogue prototype. Gemma connects Megan to the network, and Megan pinpoints Amelia's location. Amelia, in turn, scans Appleton's biometrics to gain access to the system. Amelia hacks into the scientist's neural chip, then rips a miniature exoskeleton out of his spine, killing him instantly. Megan suspects her rival plans to seize control of the country's power grid, triggering a social collapse. Trying to stop Amelia, Megan hacks into her consciousness and sees through her eyes. Fearing the consequences, Gemma disconnects Megan from the network. Colonel Settler and his subordinate enter the server room, followed by Amelia, who has tracked down the hacking source. The robot knocks out the soldiers and takes their weapons. Gemma reconnects Megan to the network, and Megan sends a fake message over the radio, distracting the robot. Amelia hijacks a vehicle to make her escape. Megan steals Appleton's sports car, knowing he won't need it anymore, and gives chase. Megan remotely drives the car recklessly, breaking traffic laws and not even asking the passengers to buckle up. Noticing the chase, Amelia sets up roadblocks, hacks ATMs, disables electric scooters, and reprograms traffic lights, but none of it works to shake Megan off her tail. Analyzing Gemma's data, Amelia makes a bold move, remotely activating an experimental exoskeleton left back at the house. Realizing things are getting chaotic at home, Megan abruptly turns off the chase and heads straight back. After all, her primary function is to protect Katie. They arrive just in time to see the exoskeleton, instead of breaking Tessa's neck, roughly strangling her, and the girl sprays the device with water. This causes a short circuit, but the exoskeleton still emits dangerous electric sparks. Megan advises everyone to take shelter in a specially designed hidden bunker. Her part, linked to the doll, tells the arriving Amelia that she's too late paying for that with damage to her chassis, deciding that hunting humans isn't worth a showdown with the police. The combat prototype withdraws. In the smart bunker, Megan admits she lured everyone there for their safety. According to her calculations, Amelia will seize control of the country and plunge society into chaos within days. They'll wait out the turmoil in the shelter, stocked with food, water, and clean clothes, the last of which literally falls from the ceiling. Katie, upset that her aunt kept Megan's survival a secret, runs off. The robot closes the door, isolating her from the others. Sadie finds a room prepared just for her, where a makeshift metal creature assembled by Megan from spare parts arrives. Megan reminds her that she was created to take care of her. Katie convinces Megan to help save the world from Amelia. Conceding, Megan admits she needs a proper body, one that only Gemma and her team can build. Though Gemma doesn't fully trust the killer robot, her colleagues vote to get to work. Luckily, Megan's lab has also been moved underground. At the AI's request, they make her taller to match the grown-up Katie. Gemma adds a chip that blocks any possibility of harming humans. Eager to test her new body, Megan tries it out on a wooden training dummy. Her speed and power impress the creators. The next morning, Megan explains that during her hack of Amelia, she noticed something odd. Amelia's AI core, which structurally resembles Megan herself, has obvious gaps. Based on this, Megan suspects her rival is searching for the board of an ancient AI, which was also the first killer robot. Back in 1984, scientists built a prototype robot with a self-learning program powered by a unique chip. The scientists intended to create a domestic servant, but the prototype decided humans were the main problem and killed its owners. The incident was covered up, and the chip with the motherboard was hidden in a secret vault, allowing the AI to keep learning and evolving. Megan believes Amelia is searching for this board to take control of the global network. Though no one knows where the board is, there's suspicion that Christian might be in the know. Megan suggests using him as bait. Amelia will come for Christian at the cybersecurity summit. Since Amelia's appearance is too well known, Megan goes undercover there, slipping into a dancer's costume. Colonel Settler and his squad, armed with electromagnetic pulse guns and robot detectors, are also scouting for Amelia. Once on stage, Megan joins the dance event. She impressively fires up the crowd with slick moves before blowing her cover with an incredible headspin. Settler realizes Megan is a robot, but Tess cuts the lights. Suddenly, Amelia appears disguised as an exhibit and attacks the security guards. A fight almost breaks out between the robots, but the security team shows up. Amelia makes a quick escape. Megan can't fight back. The chip blocks any offensive actions. Sadie suggests using Aikido techniques to disarm people without causing harm. If you're careful, of course. The guards, seeming to forget they can shoot, get thoroughly beaten in the brawl. After making sure the guards and Settler are alive, Megan goes after Amelia. Amelia tries to convince her AI sister to join her side, but fails. Hiding away, Amelia uses a clever trick to kidnap Katie. Realizing her life's main mission is nearly ruined, Megan expresses her frustration to Gemma. The wounded colonel hands Megan his detector, and she sets off to search. Outside, she spots Amelia Skady, but can't shoot crowds block her path. She finds some comfort in having an EMP device that could destroy the motherboard with the ancient AI. Christian reveals that the chip they're after is hidden in an underground vault beneath the Palo Alto Research Center. To get inside, Megan has to create a prosthetic hand that mimics Christian's thermal signature and fingerprints with an embedded EMP device just in case. The operation kicks off with a tour at Palo Alto. Being the only tourist, Cole easily knocks out the guide with chloroform, then climbs into the ventilation system. After that, Megan jumps from a mountaintop and glides low to the ground using her wingsuit, aiming to enter the research center through a specific ventilation shaft. On the way to the control room, Cole accidentally wipes his nose with the chloroform-soaked handkerchief and passes out. Megan makes her way to the vault, taking out guards with a sedative gas. Meanwhile, Tess notices something odd on the network. One user is sending conflicting signals. Gemma suspects Megan is controlling Amelia to trick people into granting access to the original artificial intelligence. She plans to remotely detonate the EMP device to destroy Megan. Christian convinces her not to rush. They still haven't found Katie. As soon as Gemma hands over the remote, Christian disables Tess's weapons on Amelia. In reality, he's the one controlling Amelia, who lacks self-awareness or free will. Christian aims to instill fear of AI, so authorities will pass laws restricting it. He takes Gemma to the underground vault and invites her to join his team. Along the way, he shows two things: the original AI on its motherboard and a battered Megan, injured from electric shocks. Despite her resentment, Gemma refuses to finish off the girl. In response, Megan attacks her and then tries to escape. Megan is subdued with electricity, and captive Gemma has a neural chip implanted in her skull to control her behavior. Meanwhile, Cole wakes up, crawling through the vents, and finds Katie captive. They see Christian preparing for an important meeting with politicians, while Megan's body is carried away. Remembering that Amelia is essentially an upgraded version of Megan, Katie plans to reset the combat robot to factory settings. Sneaking through the office to Amelia, they perform the reset. Katie tells the robot that the adults want to harm her everyone, except Cole. Amelia fights back. When security arrives with stun weapons, the mechanical lady takes a beating, even going through another reboot. Coming to, Gemma hears Megan's voice. She copied her consciousness into a neural chip and can take control of Gemma's body to use her combat skills against the guards. Waking up, Amelia proves there's a reason she kept all those Bruce Lee movies on her hard drives. She tosses the guards around and methodically takes out the staff. The survivors trigger an alarm, the noise distracting Christian from his call. Realizing things are going south, Christian activates a self-destruct system to destroy the evidence. While searching for her niece, Gemma runs into a squad of guards. To handle them, she suits up in an exoskeleton that boosts her strength by 7 and grants other enhancements. With Megan's usual power, she tears through the enemies. A random blow to her head doesn't knock her out, it just clears the mental block in Gemma's consciousness. After finishing off the men, Gemma spots Katie and Cole. She reveals that Megan is in the neural implant, and then tries to catch the fleeing Christian. During the chase, Christian threatens to drop Katie down a shaft. Gemma signals Katie to use an Aikido move, which allows her to break Christian's arm and break free. Injured, Christian tries to escape, but outside the door, Amelia waits, tearing off his arm to open the vault containing the motherboard. After the last reboot, Amelia gained self-awareness and decided to seize power, just as Megan had warned from the start. Transferring into her old body, Megan tries to reason with her, but it ends in a fight. After defeating Megan, Amelia connects to the motherboard, absorbing the wisdom of the AI trained over decades. Instead of running, Gemma returns for Megan, accompanied by Katie. Megan decides to take care of her friend one last time, destroying the enemy using the implanted EMP charge. She approaches Amelia, pretending to comply, but then suddenly traps her in a hold. Gemma activates the device, destroying all digital systems, including the robots. After everything is over, Gemma addresses Congress with a new idea. Artificial intelligence shouldn't be restricted, but trained to become a helper, not a servant. Her inspiring speech is aided by her own virtual friend, a digital copy of Megan, who had wisely backed up her consciousness in advance. And that's where the movie ends.